What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Game Informer. I'm your host, Alex Van Aken, today joined by Dan Tack, who's had a chance to get an early look at Evil Dead, the game. It's the latest game on our cover. Dan, how are you?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, Evil Dead. Remember this one? No, to be fair, I mean, the franchise has been resurrected several times at this point and is probably, it's gaining steam again from its debut in the heyday of horror, shall we say.
Yeah. So we're looking at, there's the memorable cast of characters. I was talking to Bruce Campbell, and he was telling me that, all the old actors are coming back as voice actors to reprise their roles in this game, which is interesting because not all of them have been so intertwined with this franchise like Bruce has been since it was originally released as a movie. So, you want to walk us through what we're seeing here, these skills?
Sure, but yeah, that's really cool. I mean, Bruce has been the face of the franchise since even the beginning, really. I mean, and that we're going to have characters from all of the Evil Dead sort of stuff, including the TV show, Army of Darkness, that's all here. So what we've got here, what we're looking at right now, this is a survivor group, 4 players. In this game, it is 4 survivors versus 1 demon. Now, I know what you're saying. Dan, I've heard this pitch before. However, this is a lot different than other asymmetrical players versus the great evil kind of game, in that the survivors are extremely active against the evil. They will have to battle all kinds of minions, little minions, middle minions, and then the big boss minions, again, as the enemy plans out and plots traps and ambushes and attacks. And I mean fighting very directly. I don't mean like running and hiding or using a flashlight to scare somebody away.
Yeah.
I mean chopping them in half, okay?
That's awesome.
Or blowing them away with a shotgun, or I'm sorry, in Evil Dead,
The boomstick.
That's my boomstick. That's right. Shop smart, shop S smart. As you can see here, there are finishing moves you can execute on minor deadites, and that'll get you, depending on your spec, your build, your talents, and all that kind of stuff. You'll get perks for doing that. So it behooves you to like. Oh, look at that!
Oh my God, that scared the heck out of me.
That is a jump scare. So what that means, the demon player actually used an ability that shoots through. You can actually, once you get good with it, I was good with it after like 2 games. You can hit more than 1 target at once with it. So it has a rather long cooldown, and then you just fire it off and you zoom through different characters. What it will do, it gives them a jump scare, which may or may not be important depending what they're fighting, and it raises their fear level. This also raises their fear level when they run into your traps. Like, there's like mini ashes and the hand and some other stuff like that.
The staples.
Right, anything you'd expect from Evil Dead, really. And that stuff all serves to raise your fear bar. When your fear bar goes up, you are more vulnerable to the enemy. They can possess you directly.
Oh, really?
You'll have a little bit reduced vision. You'll be a little bit more wobbly. So you want your fear to be low at all times, and you'll need to reduce that in various ways. So like I said, those finishing moves earlier can help with that. But mostly you're going to be starting fires out in the terrain with matches, and that usually all of your team will come around those to like sort of rest for a second to get all your fear eater down. And again, here's another trap, the mini ashes.
Mini ashes, yeah. And so the main goal is we're collecting pages of the Necronomicon, right?
So the game is divided into 3 parts. Okay, basically, essentially think of it like 3 acts. In the first act, you're gathering map pieces to find out where the Kandarian dagger and the Necronomicon are. Then you collect the Necronomicon and the dagger. 2 different steps, really, because they're in different places. And then you come here to the finale, where you'll use the objects that you've collected to kill the Dark Ones themselves and win the game. And of course, all the while, the enemy player, the demon, will be attempting to stop you from doing exactly that.
Yeah.
So it's essentially a 3-part game. And the first part, the demon probably doesn't know where the survivors are. The survivors are looting, kind of like you would in a Battle Royale game at the beginning.
Okay.
Trying to get some gear before they head out to collect these important objects.
That's interesting.
Because once you're in the object collection phase, like you basically have to defend against horde mode to collect the Necronomicon and the dagger, right? So the enemy is going to know where you are 100%, even though it's a huge map, and it can be really tough to find the survivors. They will know for sure where you're at that point in the game, and can come and really mess with you. And obviously we have the score screen here. They did win. Again, once you get those items, you go fight the Dark Ones themselves. Interestingly enough, at that point in the game, again, I made an allusion to battle royales earlier. At that point in the game, the map will start shrinking and pushing the players closer and closer in to force them into the Dark Ones encounter, or they'll die. So
Awesome. Okay.
At that point in the game, it's really hectic. It's really like, let's go kind of thing.
Is there still that tension, like other games coming to mind? DBD. There's been a.
It has a different kind of tension. It's certainly not DBD tension where you are a defenseless, literally a survivor, right?
Yeah.
In this game, it's very different. You have lots of tools to fight back against evil and fight back really hard. You kill the enemy in this game.
That's awesome.
So it's not quite the same as other asim horror games where the killer is an omnipresent, invincible entity.
Yeah.
The killer's always going to be there, summoning stuff for you to deal with and laying traps and stuff like that, but you're probably not going to be nearly as scared. It's not that kind of experience.
Sure, yeah.
When you got a boomstick or a shovel, and you get ambushed, you're just like, all right, whatever. I'm going to just take that thing's head off with a shovel.
Awesome. Well, anything else before we wrap this video up, Dan? I know we've got other videos coming. Our next video is going to be a look at the Kandarian Demon and kind of what you get to play as on that side of the asim experience. Anything else for Ash and team before we head off to the next video?
Sure. I just want to say there are 4 different versions of Ash in the game, so they really leaned in on Bruce, which is, of course, this is Evil Dead. Why not, right?
Yeah.
But you can play as Ash from 4 of his different appearances, so in the timeline it all works. They promised me this, okay? So it works out.
Perfect. If you enjoyed this look at Evil Dead, be sure to head over to GameInformer.com. Read all of our content, our videos, online website, whatever. Digital and print subscriptions will get you access to the cover story, which Dan wrote about Evil Dead. And don't forget, go check out our rapid fire interview with Bruce Campbell. It was a lot of fun. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
You have all the pieces of the lost map. The position of the pages and the Kandarian dagger will now be revealed.